race of the 2018 season for Ontario's APC United Late Model Series saw the tour head to Hepworth's SaubleSpeedway. The Spira Fire protection beat the Heat 100, saw 27 cars on the grid in front of a packed grandstand. After Brandon Watson claimed the Bennett GM Pole Award earlier in the day, it was local fan favorite Tom Gibbons leading the field to the green flag. Gibbons would record a lap lead just before the first caution flag of the race came out on lap 2 when Trayton Lapsevich lost brakes and went around entering turn 3. The ensuing restart saw Ryan Kimball take his number 29 car to the race lead after a high side momentum pass on Tom Gibbons. On lap 5, the yellow flag was shown for the second time as Blair Wickett went around off of turn 2. After another lap 5 caution, a 10-lap run ended on lap 15 when Tim Ellis and Jordan Sims tangled and Ellis slowed. Contact between Billy Schwarzenberg and Tim Ellis in turn 1 ultimately resulted in the 2E car going around. Before a lap could be completed, there was more trouble as Steve Laking was sent around as a result of a chain reaction and Peyton Jacobs was left with nowhere to go. On the restart, Junior Farley used the high side to take the race lead away from Ryan Kimball and lead lap 16. Lap 24 saw a close call as Sean McGlynn was squeezed into the outside wall, but he was able to keep the car in the right direction. Brandon Watson worked his way around Ryan Kimball on lap 27 to take over the second position. The yellow flag was shown on lap 32 as Brandon Watson and Junior Farley tangled while racing for the top spot. Just a lap after the restart, Brandon Watson used the high side to take the race lead away from Junior Farley. The race would finally get into a long green flag run, but the leaders would quickly find themselves in heavy lap traffic. Ryan Kimball was able to take advantage and on lap 54 take the second spot away from Junior Farley. Lap 67 saw the end of the green flag run as Tim Ellis made contact with Brandon Verhoeven and went around off of turn 2. The lap 67 restart was wild as Ryan Kimball held his ground on the high side as Brandon Watson slid up the track. Kimball was able to lead lap 68 after maintaining a run on the high side. Lap 69 was trouble as Jordan Sims went around in turns 1 and 2 and several cars stacked up, including Rick Burbridge driving underneath of Patrick Friel. There was more disaster on lap 69 as 3 cars crashed hard while racing for the second position, including Andrew Gressel, Brandon Watson, and Junior Farley. Several others were collected in the incident, including Jordan Sims, whose car went up in a ball of fire. The final restart of the race came with 31 laps to go, with J.R. Fitzpatrick and Shea Gemmell on the point after Ryan Kimball entered the pits with a flat tire. Matt Pritiko charged in the closing laps of the race and on lap 83 made his bid for the race lead. Matt Pritiko was able to drive to Sauble Beach Motorsports victory lane over J.R. Fitzpatrick and Jake Sheridan.